Good evening, everyone. My name is Shamar Stokes. This is my UAC final project. For my final project, I choose option 1 to come up with a program. The program is for Pan-African students, such as African American students, African students, and Caribbean immigrants. I want them to think critically, do different activities such as arts, crafts, culture, and cultural education. The program will be about 6 weeks. Breaking down the program, we'll be thinking about outside rooms and study sessions for students and SAT prep for those students who are high school. The meetings will be virtually, knowing that the times we're going through now, there's so much going on, so we try to limit the interaction with our students. It will be Monday through Friday, about 3 to 6 p.m. That's 3 hours a day. We are looking to serve students between the ages of 8 and 18 years old. Try to hit some of every age range to where students can able to understand, and those who already understand can help the younger students. It's divided into 2 different groups. So we're looking at 8 to 12, called the emerging leaders, and we're looking at 13 to 18, which are future leaders. So the objectives are to celebrate each other's differences and similarities. We want to show that each student has something similar or something different, and just so that we all bond together. We want to discuss the obstacles. Who are we, and what do we face on each day on a day-to-day basis? The space is safe for you to understand each student experiences and perspectives, because to understand someone, you have to understand where they come from. And also, we will work on life skills, financial literacy, time management, public speaking, knowledge of self, learning leadership skills, and civil education, civil engagement, So for our programming, there will be a new topic introduced each week. This gives students to understand topics through reading and different writing, video documentaries, along with professionals from the topic. Students will be on Zoom, so that gives them some virtual space so they can feel like they're still there with other students. Also, they will be given assignments each week to make sure that information is retained and that they actually learn something that week. So let's look at the program from a glance. Week 1, we're looking at financial literacy. What is financial literacy? How do we deal with credit and savings and check-ins? What is a budget? How do you manage your money and actually make your money work for you? So we're looking for a presenter who knows more about financial literacy. And also, we're looking at creating a budget. What is a budget? So we're going to give students that activity. Next week, we're looking at time management. Time management is, how do you manage your own time as a student? Also, we're talking about learning about schedules. What is a schedule? What is a weekly schedule? What is a daily schedule? And making that for students. We're looking at how to balance your social, your family, and your school life. How can you put that all in one and still be successful? We're also looking at a presentation from someone in the field of time management to help the students understand. And we're looking at a case study. We're going to give students various topics and various case studies to get a better hold of the understanding of time management. We're also going to look at public speaking. This is week 3. What is public speaking? Next day, we're going to move on to body language, vocabulary, and how to train your voice to sound clearer for your audience. We're going to also deal with those feelings of eye contact and stage fear, because most people are frightened when they get on stage. Also, each student is going to create a 30-second pitch so they can highlight their skills and be more fun and be more engaging. And on Friday, we're going to allow those students to present them to their peers. So thinking about knowledge of self, we want a positive image of yourself. What does that look like? Positive relationships. How do we manage relationships with family and friends and even strangers? We want to identify those feelings. What do you feel when you're trying to build these relationships or build relationships with yourself or family? We're going to look at stress, ways to relieve stress, because owning yourself and becoming yourself deals with a lot of stress, a lot of it. And that Friday, we're going to look at and listen from someone in the field to help with teen mental health first aid, because that is very important, especially moving on to high school or college. Next, we're going to look at leadership. What is leadership, and when is the appropriate time to express that leadership? How do you motivate the other people around you? What activities and values do you have that can help you build your leadership or build those around you? We're going to learn about notable historical leaders like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and people along those lines. Friday, we're just going to quiz them to see what information did you learn from this week's topic. Next, we're moving on to civic engagement. What is civic engagement? And we're going to learn about the 4 constructs of civic engagement. Next, we're going to survey the students to get a sense of what their civic engagement is. Next, we're going to teach them how to become more active in the community and talk about voting and community service. Knowing that some of them might not be able to vote at the moment, we're just going to still get them in the door and make sure they're able to vote. Next, we're going to have a trip. We plan a trip. Might not be possible, but we're going to try to make it work. We just want to go to Sunday breakfast, a SYE program, or even a community cleanup, just to show that these students can be civilized individuals in their community. And then we're going to wrap it up Friday. Allow students to share their experiences and what they felt, and see what can we improve for future programs. During this summer, I actually got this chance to experience the African Youth Empowerment Program. My supervisor name was Miss Eve. I loved her dearly. She was an amazing individual. She taught me a lot. She actually opened my eyes by giving me the opportunity to learn from African, Caribbean, White American, and Asian students. She popped my eyes open, as she would say. It was very different to something different to my background. I participated in different activities, answering different questions, doing different activities, kind of get my brain working and getting to understand those students so they could also understand me as an African-American student. I would definitely recommend this program for someone next year. Here we see, this is Miss E's program. Despite the fact that COVID happened, we couldn't be with her in person this year, but this is some of the activities she did last year. I mean, I wish I was there last year, but hey, in conclusion, you guys should adopt this program because it's something that's very, very, very passionate to me. I want to teach African-American, African, and Caribbean immigrants from so many students lack the knowledge of, the background that these students share, learn about their history. And some students, mainly those students, need life skills and personal development along with those soft skills to build better individuals and become better in society. What this matters is Black Lives Matters is a movement going on right now. There's a national pandemic. We're kind of stuck between so much. Don't want to bring politics up, but our president right now, this is a very important decision moving forward. So teaching these students, giving these students some ropes, giving these students some opportunity allows them to grow. So USC, I believe that you should adopt this program. I believe that this should be something that you guys put into place for either next year or over the couple of months. It really wouldn't affect the budget because it's virtual, so it really wouldn't mean anything. So my name is Shamar Stokes. I see myself as a future coordinator of a Pan-African Youth Empowerment Initiative. So I hope you guys approve this, and thank you for listening. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.